Students, I guess you can still remember we've treated the laws of indices, and we have a question on the whiteboard here, and this is a typical is a WAEC question. From the question, it states that if 2 raised to the power of n equals to y, you should find 2 raised to the power of 2 plus n all over 3. I told you that indices is all about raising number to an index number. So if you see this kind of question, you don't need to be scared. Are we there? So remember, I always tell you guys that in every problem there must be a solution. In every problem there must be a solution. So you are given that 2 raised to the power of n is equals to y. You should find 2 raised to the power of 2 plus 1 all over 3. So remember in the law of indices that a raised to the power of m multiplied by a raised to the power of n is equals to a raised to the power of, I told you guys that the multiplication sign changes to addition, which is a raised to the power of mn. So the same thing is applicable to here. The same thing is applicable to this place. So let me bring it down. This is equals to 2 raised to the power of 2 plus n all over 3. Are we there? So 2 raised to the power of 2 plus n all over 3. According to the law of indices, we have positive sign here, which is addition. You understand? Raised to an index number, addition here, we change to what? To multiplication. So this question now will be 2 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by the same base, 2 raised to the power of n all over 3. I don't know if you are getting it. This same thing in law of indices, if you want to take it back to this form, it will now be 2, you take one of the bases, and the two bases are the same, according to the law of indices. 2 raised to the, it will now be 2 raised to the power of 2 plus n all over 3. That is what we have here. That is what I bring down here. So you can see, there's nothing so hard about this. It doesn't end there. So what we are going to do, remember, you are given that 2 raised to the power of n is equals to y. Are we happy? So this implies that we have 2 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of n all over 3. So this is equals to 2 times 2, which is 2 raised to the power of 2, is the same thing as 4. Are we there? Then multiply by 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of n all over 3 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of n times 1 all over 3. N times 1 is the same thing as n. So 2 raised to the power of n times 1 all over 3 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of n all over 3. Remember, why I'm splitting it here is because you are given that 2 raised to the power of n is equals to y, so that we'll be able to get what we are looking for. Are we there? So that's why you say 2 raised to the power of n multiplied by 1 all over 3 is still the same thing as 2 raised to the power of n all over 3, because 1 times n is n all over 3. Are we there? So from this place now we have, remember that our 2 raised to the power of n, the value was given as y. So anywhere you see 2 raised to the power of n, you put y. 4 times 2 raised to the power of n is y. So y raised to the power of 1 all over 3. This implies that 4 times y raised to the power of 1 over 3 is the same thing as 4y raised to the power of 1 all over 3. This is the answer. The answer is what? 4y raised to the power of 1 all over 3. This is the answer. You can see that it's very simple. So you keep on following our lessons. So I guess you're going to learn a lot of things. You're going to achieve a lot of things. So we're going to make mathematics easy, both chemistry, physics, and also biology. So follow us and follow our class. Thank you.